now that you're all deaf. Hi, everybody. Welcome to kdmoonchild's world. I'm Katie. And this is Midweek Minis. Let's read some cards. And I got a little bit of a special guest. Welcome, Dali.
Hello. Hey, Ron.
My sister's here. Good to see you, Ron.
Hooray.
Yay! Yes, Ron, I need to tell you, when you were on last time when you were here, I accidentally hit the live studio button. I didn't mean to disappear on you and cut it all off. I have this thing with the color red. Sometimes my eye sees that, and that's where my fingers go. Ask her. She calls me and I hang up on her all the time.
We'll be in mid conversation. I'll be like blah 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 blah, and all of a sudden here, and I'm like, she just hung up on me.
And what I'm trying to do is go off mute or something, and
and then she calls me right back. I'm sorry, you don't mean.
I have this fixation with red today.
Red.
I love it. Yeah, so we waiting for the notifications to go out.
Yep, it takes a little time for people to wander in. Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of why we usually start with doing the dinner card, doing the food fortune.
Yes.
For dinner.
What are we having for dinner? What are we having?
Oh dear. Yeah, we have a lot of. That's a crazy thing to do. I thought that this deck was going to be more like tarot, so that I could use it,
Mm-hmm.
I got the idea from Tarot's Apprentice. He has also got a food one.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me hungry to look at because it's not it's not drawn like these. It looks really good. So that's where I got the idea from. I've had these cards for a couple of years and never used them. It's like, oh, those cards are cool. I'll buy them. And then they sit in the box. They sit in after I get them all charged and ready to use, they sit in the box. Hi, Christopathy.
Hello, yeah. Christopathy.
Yes.
Freaking cool
welcome.
Name.
Good to see you. And thank you for subscribing, by the way.
Woohoo. Thank you.
Yes, everybody in here. Thank you for subscribing. And for being here. There's one of our other sisters.
Yeah, she's at work.
Yep. Hi, Sin.
Here comes Stony. Here comes Sin.
Victor, my man.
Oh, it's excellent that everybody's coming in. Hello. I hope you all had a very happy holiday. That it was warm and fuzzy. I called my sister on Christmas. That's what I did.
Yes, she did. And I got to talk to the whole family.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, wrong way. You're poking that big mushroom right there.
I'm like, yum.
Well, actually, you don't want to eat that guy.
Why?
That's like the red guy with the white spots.
Really won't it give me all kinds of...
Really poisonous.
Oh, it's really, really poisonous. Okay, then I won't eat that one.
Yes. You're going to give Albert the carcass? Be careful. If you're talking the turkey carcass, dude, those bones splinter and can kill Albert. So I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Christopathy had the flu.
Oh.
Well, I guess that gives you, you know what though? That just gives you every excuse to have another Christmas. So you can have it anytime you want.
Everything should be Christmas. That's where we should keep our eye.
I truly believe that. Okay.
You won't? Yeah, don't. I'll tell you what happens with chicken and poultry bones. They splint if they've been cooked. They splinter into really sharp shards that will literally poke through their intestines and their stomach and work their way out of their body anywhere.
Yeah. You don't want to give any kind of poultry bones to to animals. They splinter way too easily.
Even
But
whether
you
they're
can cut them down and you can make a yummy broth out of them. And if you make your own dog food,
oh,
you can put it
bone
on that.
broth is
Yeah.
excellent for you. Talk about fix your
Yes.
digestion. Make bone broth and drink it every morning.
Yeah.
Works.
Yes, my grandma swore by that. She
I
swore by that.
I can't do Demitas. Sorry. I've tried. When I was 4 years old and I got my tonsils out at the hospital at the Grand Canyon, believe it or not. I'm one of the few people that can say I had surgery at the Grand Canyon. But they kept trying to make, because my throat was so sore, right? You can't swallow anything. So they kept trying to get me to drink bouillon and all that stuff. And it was like every time I get it, they like try to force me. I get it in my mouth. Finally, the nurse, she forced it in my mouth and I went all over her. It was like, stop. I don't want this. And I can remember doing that, and then I was really, I felt like such a bad little girl.
When I went to get oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
That had been something to remember it, and I was 4. I mean, good grief.
I was 4 or 5 when I got my tonsils out, and at that time they kept you overnight.
Yeah, that was me.
So early in the morning, like 5 in the morning, I got up out of my bed. I went into the playroom and I was playing in the playroom. And about like 7 o'clock, I heard the nurse and my mother and my grandmother coming down the hallway. And I went and I hid in the toy box. And they thought that I was snatched. They were like saying like things over the intercom, code 51, missing child, red hair, approximately 5 years old. They were saying this over the thing, and I'm in the box going, oh no, now I'm in trouble. Do I come out of the box or what do I do? So I like came out of the box. My mom grabbed me by the arm. She's like, Rachel! And then she gave me the biggest hug. And she's like, oh, we were so scared. And I never, ever pulled that kind of crap on my mom again because I felt so bad.
I gotcha. You know what's funny is that particular nurse. See, we were all in the National Park Service together, right? Later on, when I'm a teenager and in high school, I was a sophomore in high school, they transferred to the town I was in. So she knew me when I was 4, and then she got to know me when I was 15. And I from that I was like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. And she was this little short lady. I think she's 5 foot tall.
Did she wear a bit?
I can remember.
Did she wear like a raincoat? Did she wear a raincoat every time she was around you?
She should have. Oh, I can remember her carrying me in. She carried me into the surgery. And she's this little tiny lady. I'm still 5 foot tall.
Oh, well, clearly she was German then, because those short little German women are strong.
Yeah,
or Irish.
Mom, she's raised on a sheep ranch in Wyoming. And her mom is the kind of woman that if there's a roof needs patching, whatever, get me a ladder. She will do anything a man will do. The kind of woman her mom was.
Yeah.
And clear up until she was almost 100, she was up on her roof.
Well, the ranch, those ladies who were married to those ranchers had to be some awfully tough stock. I mean,
absolutely.
Their husbands were gone for sometimes weeks at a time.
Oh, when they were on a cattle drive, they could be gone half the fall.
So, yeah. So they had to handle everything. So
you liking the gloves?
Petey's liking your gloves.
I'll show you, Petey. I got new nails too. I just did these are my granity nails. I just kind of make marbly mess. They're pink and blue and purple and white and sparkles, and they're fun.
I just take my kitchen counter.
Those little makeup dabbers, the little triangles. I cut those up into little pieces, and then I dab it into the glaze. And I don't nuke it every time. I don't stick it in.
So that it kind of swirls and combines.
And it just kind of ends up how it ends up. And sometimes it's thicker and bloppier. And then after I put them all in there to get hard again, then I file it all off smooth. And then that's when you get all these weird little nuances will pop out, like glitter that's in a layer underneath, or it's fun because you don't know what you're going to get. It's either a mess or it's really cool.
Awesome.
The hard part is getting both hands, to look the same. See, this is a little more blue and this is a little more purple.
Oh, it's okay. You can't even tell because it's just pretty.
And you can see on the back side, you can see the blue glitter.
Yeah.
That I start with.
Yeah, you sent me like a photo of that, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of neat. Why should the fronts just be pretty?"
Well, I start with the base coat on the clear. PD sent me the clear tips to put on.
Mm-hmm.
So I start with the base coat on that, and then I put glitter on the base coat before I nuke it.
Oh.
So it covers it solid. It'll cover the nail solid, and then I do everything else on top of that.
Oh, you like
I learned that by trying to do Jimmy Choo shoe look. Black on this side, red or gold and red on this side. You know, Jimmy Choo shoes have the red sole. I love it. I love it.
Be the light.
My shirt that you sent me. My plant manager shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I think I wore that last time I did this show. Actually.
Mm-hmm. You did.
I love that shirt.
Well, I'm glad you do.
Yeah, it's fun. And it fits perfect. I mean, like, if I worked at my dispensary, I would wear that to work as my uniform.
Yeah. I'd have to send you more then. You couldn't just have one.
Different colors would be cool.
Yeah. Monday's black, Tuesday's blue, Wednesday's white, Thursday's red, Friday's green, Saturday's yellow, Sunday I don't go to work, so I'm naked.
There you go. There you go. Oh, you guys, I love this. Yeah, plant manager. Big pot leaf. You can't miss it.
Yeah. I thought it was hysterical. I was just like, oh my God, this is perfect.
Yeah, and it's the place that and it's perfect right where men always look at me.
Yes.
When they have conversations with me.
Are you looking at my boots?
Here.
No, I'm looking at your plants.
Right here.
Yeah.
Been that way for a long, long time.
Oh, Chrissy has that issue. I mean, I'm just right. But like Chrissy's got bazungas and I bought her this t-shirt. It's when I was still working for, at the old Pabst Brewery. Yeah. And it says big cans and it's too big. The king cans, you know how you've got like regular 12 ounce, you have 16 ounce and you have king cans. Yeah. It was like 2 full life-size king cans, one on each side.
I love it. I need one of those. That's one good thing breast cancer did for me, though, you guys. Oh, by the way, yesterday was my anniversary of the dreaded phone call I got, telling me I had.
She's a survivor.
Yeah, that was 14 years ago yesterday.
Wow, 14 years. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. Hey, if I turn my little fan on, can you hear that? Is it making too much noise? Okay, because I'm like already starting to sweat. It's getting hot in here because I like have every candle known to man lit right now. You know, to try to really
you got the grow
boost
lights
the energy.
behind you too.
Yeah, and I got grow lights and I got all kinds of stuff going on.
And grow lights do put out heat, believe you me. You're dead?
You're dead? You love PBR. Okay.
Yeah.
You're overdoing it in the chat. Did it stop you from saying things, PD? Was it like, you have to wait 30 seconds before you make another comment, lady?
No, I don't have it on slow mode. That drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Well, you go over into Linda G and you watch her. If you want to participate in the chat, she has to put it in slow mode because
of course. But
she's got 50,000 subscribers.
Right. There's lots of channels like that where they have to do that in order for them to have anything.
I was watching David Johnson had a channeling this morning that he did. You guys watch it. Watch it. David Johnson. Mm-hmm. It's all wonderful news. It's great news for 2023 in the United States. So
woo-hoo.
Yeah, watch it. And I'm just watching him doing his channeling thing, and he's in Vietnam. He went to Vietnam for the holidays.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
That's an interesting choice. But Vietnam is
he's in a really nice motel now.
they're very service oriented. It's a very service oriented country. So if you go out there, you will never run out of things to do or nice people to meet, because everybody is very armed open there, which is nice. Considering that we were at war with them at one time, I think it's pretty amazing that we've been able to come this far in our relationship with Vietnam.
Exactly.
Why can't we do this everywhere?
No kidding. No kidding.
If we can survive, if we can patch up a relationship with Vietnam, why can't we do this everywhere? I mean, we should be able to. It's 2023. We should be at a point where we can get along with others.
Kidding. You know, I'm really looking, that reminds me, I'm looking at PD says, beautiful tropical country and wonderful, nice people.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm really excited for tomorrow night for the Lightworkers Roundtable. I have Gertrude. Gertrude Sue is coming on. Gertrude Sue.
I love Gertrude. She is a bright light. She is a very bright light.
And the reason
for sure
made me think of her was because she was born in Singapore, she tells me yesterday.
Yes, she was. That's right. Yeah. So. She was born in Singapore, but I think
she was a nun.
I think her family is Chinese maybe. And but she grew up in Singapore. Yeah, she spent time as a nun. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine, you're fully immersed in that world, and you get a message from Spirit saying, nope, there's something else you need to do here.
Yeah, we need you over here.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. What a story. I mean, it's just
and
fascinating.
She's the nicest person. I have to admit, when I made the thumbnail for her, I sent it, and it's the Instagram thumbnail. For some reason, I typed in grace instead of gratitude, and she says, well, maybe that name fits me better. I was laughing. I'm like, she says, I can go with that. I'm like, oh, I'll change that. It takes 5 seconds. It's no big deal, hon. She's so nice. But there's that service attitude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it takes a special kind of person to be a person of service like that, to be completely surrendered to a power higher than your own. Absolutely. Or maybe not higher than your own, but a power that is, I guess higher than your own would be, because I believe that we can connect to our higher selves. We can be a part of that higher power. But it takes a certain amount of surrendering. You have to surrender. You have to go over the ego, and that sometimes is very, very difficult, And
that's and it's not because Spirit isn't wanting you. Your higher self isn't wanting to connect back with you. It's that your ego gets in the way.
Yes.
The ego blocks it.
Yes.
That primal ancient thing blocks it. So.
Well, it's primal for a reason, though, right? I mean, like you always say, we need our ego. We need to be able to survive this world. Yeah. We need to do that. It's important, but but connecting to our higher self is too.
Have that.
Of course.
But I don't mean the fight or flight. I mean, all animals have an ego.
Well, of course they do.
And people will tell you, cats, dogs, they don't have an ego. I've heard spiritual people tell
yes,
that.
They do. Good Lord.
And it's like, you want to talk about that? Talk to Freebird Spirit and Spirit Whisperer about how animals don't have an ego, since they're animal communicators too. Mm-hmm. And I don't mean just cats. We all know cats have an ego.
Of course, cats do. Cats are as close to God as any creature can get on this planet. But I have all these squirrels that come every single day that I feed, and every single one of them has their own personality and their own. And it's not just rank and file. It's they are truly their own little people. I have one that'll, if I don't get the peanuts out there soon enough, it runs at the door and goes against the door and just hangs on and goes until I get out there with the peanuts. Yeah, and
How cute.
and then there's another one who's very shy, and it's a female. She'll come up and she wants so badly to connect with me, but her fight or flight is not allowing that to happen. I'm like, it's okay, in time.
She will come.
Yeah, yep. She comes, but only after I close the door. And I'm like, it's okay, in time.
I love it.
Yes, PD, you are absolutely right. They are like watching cartoons.
They really are. Oh, I have a rowdy pool party at my house every day so far.
I'm telling you, you need to video that and make it into a short. That'll be so funny.
Twice a day, my bird bath gets so full of sparrows. It is like they're loud and tweeting and splashing water. I have to fill the bird bath again because they splash all the water out of it. And my bird bath is deep. It's not a little. I put rocks in there for the little birds so they won't drown. Yeah, and they splash all their water out. Little rowdy little party animals.
Hey, it's fun. Going in the pool is fun.
It's cute.
And I mean, out there in the desert too, it probably feels really good to be able to have the cooler weather. It's probably got them all.
Oh, but they dig that pool party stuff when it's hot. Because they're hanging out in the parking lots like at McDonald's and stuff and trying to get food. So then they come to my house, eat black thistle seed, and have a party.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of like me. But I feel sorry for them, all in the parking lots trying to... I love sparrows. They're a messenger from God, so...
Yes, they are. I love them. Hi, Gina.
Hey, Daynam. Good to see you, my dear. And PD saw 3 hawks. You got a sign from 3 hawks? This is because you rescued the one, dear. She saw one that had gotten hit by a car or something and had a broken wing. She took it to the vet. She was at the vet because she had to have her kitty put down. Yeah, and as she was leaving, they saw this hawk. So they turned around and took the hawk back to the vet.
That's awesome.
So that's why you're getting hawk messengers now. They love you.
And now it's going to be
safe.
It's going to be one of your super special spirit animals.
Guide. Yep, that's a spirit guide for you.
Yep.
Yeah, so good to see you, Gina. I love it when you're here. You know what?
His name is Chester. He survived. He was able to be fixed. Oh, that's awesome!
Yeah, Chester. Woohoo! Yeah, PDR, sweetie. She's a love. She's so funny. I just like hanging out with that girl. We have interesting conversations.
Oh, I know. With PD? Oh, yeah. Always.
Oh, I couldn't live in the same town. Absolutely not. We would be in so much trouble.
I'd be flying out to Arizona every other weekend to bail you 2 out of jail is what would happen. And I'd be like, this would be me paying the bill.
There they go again. Those are my sisters.
Petey is sending me a picture. I gotta look.
Oh, cool. Oh, the hawk?
Yeah, let's see here.
Oh, cool.
Oh, look at it.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
That is too freaking cool.
To touch one.
That is cool.
I've been very blessed to. Oh, you're welcome, Gina. You're welcome. It's like, why didn't I have you? Everybody else is a moderator in here. What the hell? Gina needs to be. She moderates all over the place.
I took a drink of water and the water just went into my eye and up my nose. So excuse me. Sorry.
Face wash. You know what? We did it again, Rachel. Look, we did it again. We both wore red glasses today.
Oh, we did. Look at that. I haven't been wearing my brown ones. I've just been wearing these red ones.
Both of us are like glasses hounds. I mean, we love them.
Oh, look at Renee's here. Hi, Renee.
Hi, I love you, my Renee. Hey, girl. Good to see ya. Yeah. Oh, I was going to show you. You remember me telling you I had a cake spade?
Canograms.
Let me find it. I have a Kate.
You have a
Everybody's like,
Kate?
Kate Spade. You got
Oh,
a Kate
Kate
Spade purse?
Spade.
Yeah, I got a real big Kate Spade purse. But you can see it's authentic.
Yes,
Kate
really
Spade,
Kate
New York.
Whoop, whoop.
I bought it brand new. But I got it from Ipsy. You know, the makeup place where you send them like $10 or
I used
$15
to,
a month
yep.
and they send you samples.
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of Ipsy bags. I got one over here, in fact. Where is it?
I mean, I don't care about the makeup. I always get it just for the darn bag. This is where I got it from. And
That's where this one came from.
yeah, it's thickly lined. And it came with a ruler, an eraser, a pencil sharpener, and a pencil inside.
That's awesome.
So I'm keeping everything all original.
That's crazy. Okay, so
So yeah, I got a Kate Spade bag.
I am in my bag.
This is the only designer bag I have ever owned.
I've got a really tiny swing line stapler. It's a little tiny swing line stapler, and I like to use my stapler and watch the squirrels. Okay, and staples. I've got pens and pencils in mine. I don't have a ruler, but I do have the end for a USB charger. So,
of course, I got those stuck everywhere.
Yeah,
little corners.
Is yours.
That and glasses. I mean, yeah. Yes. Over in my drawer, I have another Ipsy bag, and it's full of battery charger and AA and AAA rechargeable batteries.
That's what I do with my bags.
So these bags, Ipsy bags, right?
I have one bag of makeup because I don't wear a lot of makeup, right? So I have some eyeshadow, I have some concealer, some foundation, some powder, some eyeliner, and that's it. That's what I got.
That
That's all I use for makeup. I don't use anything else. So all these other little bags that I got, they're filled with stuff and they're all over the place. And that's how I organize. I just shove everything in bags and then I put it away somewhere and then I forget that I have it.
You put it in a safe place. That's why. That place that's so safe you can't even remember where it's at. But yeah, here you go, PD. These are the most awesome little staplers.
Little tiny stapler.
They rock. And they use standard staples. That's why they rock. They use regular size staples.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, mine doesn't. Mine takes the tiny ones. Oh,
but this one is made by Swing Line. So
yeah, mine is a Swing Line, but it takes the mini staples. It doesn't take the regular
staples as my other one does. It's cool.
Stoney's naked.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. Reaction. Oh, good.
Well, he posted a picture of him and his daughter when his daughter was a baby. And I went, damn, that's one fucking sexy picture, dude. He's like in his boxer shorts laying there with his daughter. And dude was a athlete, major, like power lifter kind of shit. So yeah, one sexy fucking picture. There's this muscle man laying there with his beautiful little baby doll. Little baby girl. So it's a great picture.
Oh my God. So
high fun. Right. No, I mean it. I was serious, dude. That's a hot picture.
He is obsessed with office supplies, so we need to put those down. And Stoney is obsessed with index cards.
Really?
And
yes, he uses those like crazy. You like colored ones with color? Because if I send you colored ones, then you can carry that through with your color code for all your info for your girl. Better yet, Stoney, how about I design you an Excel spreadsheet for all of that? I've been dying to do that for a long time now.
I collect little pieces of cardboard.
I love it. I like that giggle. That high pitched squeal.
I've got lots of it.
Seriously, you want me to do that, dude? You send me hey, we'll talk. Call me. You've got my phone number. Give me a telephone call. I would be more than happy to computerize you. Yeah. I've been dying to do that ever since I met you.
Yes, you totally should do that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. I love that. I love that you collect cardboard. I collect paper.
Well, you need cardboard for everything, and you don't need big sheets of it. You know, a lot of times you just need these little tiny pieces. I use these to like, I use a lot of the standard tarot spreads that you see, but I also like make up some of my own for different types of readings that I'm doing. And I write them down and I put them on these little cardboard pieces, and then I just kind of shove them in the corner where I keep them. And then when I'm thinking, okay, I want to read about this, and I'll say to myself, do I already have a spread for this? And I'll go and I'll look, and if I do, I'll use that. And if I don't, I'll make up a new one. So
I love it, Renee. I love it. She used her gift card from her fairy godmother to re-up my supply of pens, markers, and journals.
Nice.
Girlfriend, I have a steamer trunk full of pens, markers, journals, and paper. We're talking the Victorian era steamer trunk. Packed. You can't pick the fucker up. It's so heavy.
Oh, that's cool.
This is what I collect out of Amazon boxes. You know, the brown craft paper. Why buy rolls of craft paper? Then I wad it up into balls, spread it out, and use it to cover stuff. You can tint that, and when you put wax on it, or you can put resin or polyurethane on it, and it looks like leather, worn leather, and it's just brown paper bag.
Katie, my hallway right outside of the store the walls are done in that brown paper.
And I love that technique.
We crumpled it up and we left it in a bag for like a couple days, took it out, smoothed it just a little bit, and used wallpaper paste and put it on the walls. And then after it was all on, we put a sealer over it, so it has just a tiny bit of a sheen to it, and it looks like we have leather walls in our hallway. Yeah.
That's so cool. As I'm showing you this box, I realize there's 2 boxes of cards in here that you guys never see me use. Because I don't use them anymore. They're cards I don't use anymore because she doesn't. But I am bringing them out again to use, especially the fairy tarot cards. I used to be a big Doreen Virtue fan. She doesn't want you using her cards anymore. But you see the gentleman on the bottom.
Yeah.
I support him. He still makes cards like crazy. Radley Valentine is fantastic. Actually, he's the talent in her cards.
I don't understand how Doreen Virtue can be like, don't use my cards, don't buy my cards, but she ain't pulling them off of Amazon.
Certain ones you can.
Hey, Chrissy's here.
Hi, Chrissy.
Come on in, Chrissy. Here
Certain
is
ones you
look
can.
at sweet Chrissy. Here she is.
Yes.
Wait, hang on a second. Hang on 1 second, you guys. I have a Christmas present for her.
Oh no!
No, she does not want her cards used.
No, I'm not.
Because it's
I'm not
against
opening it
me.
on here.
You don't have to open it on camera, but I want to give it to you.
Okay.
Merry Christmas. This is the
That's
one.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Yay, Chrissy! Happy Christmas again.
She says happy Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year.
Yes.
Are you home for good now?
I am.
All right.
Yes, I left those people by
She's
themselves.
very sick. She has an eye problem. She can't see staying at work today.
Yeah.
That's my eye problem.
Yes.
I'm blind
One
that
way
way.
to say hello.
Yeah, she came in to say hello.
No, yeah, Renee, that is a really confusing web of logic. She's a born again.
You want to.
Doreen Virtue became a born again Christian and says that tarot is don't do it. That's all I will say on the subject, because I was a huge fan of hers. And you know my history with religion. Mine's the opposite. I went from being a born again Christian to doing this. So here we go. Yeah, lot of people. She really upset a lot of people. It was huge. There's she's got the Ascended Masters deck I would love to have. It's a gorgeous deck. Good luck. No longer in print. And you're going to pay $300 for that deck now. It's really interesting, but yeah, a lot of her decks are still available on Amazon, including this one. Now, there's a reason why angels go with being born again Christians, but it's still tarot. It is every bit based on the Rider-Waite. It's a beautiful deck. It's a gorgeous deck. And I will be using it a lot more. I have a book that even goes with it that helped me learn how to do tarot, just the basics. Yeah, we did, didn't we, Renee? Rachel had the same thing in her life, too. Doreen Virtue, PD. I don't know if you've heard of her. About 10 years ago, she was huge in the metaphysical community. I've taken courses from her. I'm a certified fairyologist from her. I've taken classes on angels and crystals and how to start a metaphysical business. Yeah.
Are you talking about Doreen Virtue still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet I probably have given her $1,000 of my hard-earned money. And my money, not, I don't, my hard-earned money that I paid back into the system.
Well, you know what?
Right. Gina, yes. Gina says she would have loved to have her old decks, but she can't afford them now because they're out of print, so they're collector's items. All she did was drive the price up.
Yeah. That's why I don't know. I feel like I get this like gut feeling that she didn't pull him down for a reason. Let's just put it that way.
No.
She didn't pull him down for a reason. So if she really truly was having some sort of like faith crisis,
yeah,
she would have pulled everything down, and she would have
exactly.
Not more will be made from this. But that did not happen. So
her number one, I think her most number one deck, Scott Allen has this deck and uses it all the time. Magical Messages of the Fairies. You see him use this deck. I love this deck. I will always use this deck. It's one of the first decks I've ever gotten. And you can tell by the condition of the book.
yeah.
It's been looked at a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, my favorite decks are like that too. My favorite decks have the books are like some of them are taped together.
Yes, I got lots of those. My goddess deck is that way. And my goddess deck is a Doreen Virtue deck. See what I mean? I've got lots of money, and this one you can still buy on Amazon too, by the way. And it has just her on it. Just saying.
Yep.
Okay, as long as if she donates that. She also has an animal sanctuary. She's a very, very strong vegan. And she lives in Hawaii and has an animal sanctuary where they rescue farm animals that are due to be slaughtered. So,
well, all we can do is hope and pray that
glasses and all that kind of stuff off too to get people to give her money to feed the animals. So,
right.
I don't know.
Well, I guess you never. People go through all kinds of journeys. Like I started my pagan journey long before I actually got into Norse paganism. It started a long time ago, and then I just had these struggles, these back and forth struggles, with what I believed and the guilt that was associated with it, and I had to lay all that down, and that took a long time. I'm 54 years old.
I'm still working on that. I'm 60. I'll be 65 in February 3rd, and I am still doing that because my religious indoctrination is so strong. It's like, but what if I am really doing something wrong? What if there really is a Satan? And what if I really am going to go to hell? And it's like, oh, good God, don't make me laugh. Spirit just goes, ah, to me when I get
you
hot.
you just gotta let these things rise and fall in you, and don't do what I did and just have like a freak out moment. And I must have had like 30
I don't
tarot
react
decks
really
at one
quickly
time.
to stuff like that.
I had at least 30 tarot decks at one time, and I had a grimoire that came down through the ages from like my great grandmother that I threw away.
Yeah.
And then now I'm just like horrified about this, that all that money invested in those cards. And I mean, I've rebuilt it back up. I have all the decks that I had before plus some, but whatever you do, guys, no matter if you're having any kind of a faith crisis, put stuff in a box and put it aside. Don't throw it away like I did, because you will take my advice when I say you don't want to go through the crisis that I went through when I realized how bad that was that I did that. Let's see. PD connects. She's the only one I still have contact with. I only get to talk to her a few times here. I don't know who she's talking to. I
was going to say something, but somebody keeps trying to call me, and every time I hit the hang up to send it to voicemail, they call me right back. I'm not taking the call. Sorry, I'm live, folks.
Who is it? Dang nabbit.
800 number, and it's not in so it's somebody I don't know. So they can
1-800 car insurance.
No, it's 1-800. You're going on Medicare soon? Oh my gosh, I get inundated. It's just coming at me. I get it in the mail. I get texts. I get every ad in YouTube, everywhere. It's all, if you're over 65, we got this benefit and this benefit and this benefit. It's like, I already made that decision, y'all. I have my new insurance company all set up. As a matter of fact, this morning, I got it all set up, ready to use. I'm paying my water bill with it. This is what's cool. My new benefits. I pay utilities.
That's very cool. Yeah, my mom has that too. I like how Chrissy answers the phone with telemarketers. What? My God doesn't let me believe in you. I love her so much.
I love that.
You know why I love her so much?
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Oh,
Finally they left me a voicemail. Good. Okay. It's like, let me call you back, people. I hate that. But the other people that call me a lot is the free solar program. Because the state of Arizona now is also offering free solar, as well as the federal government. But you got to have good credit, and you got to have been current on all your utilities, on your electric bill.
Oh, I see. I wonder if
that's kind of stupid, because the people that need it the most are the people that can't afford to keep up with their bills.
Yeah, yes, and that's just how the government works. All right.
Yep.
Oh, let's give away free money to the rich people. What?
Yeah.
Why is that?
If you need it, it's got to be because you're lazy. Lindsey Graham. I've heard that my whole life.
Oh, Lindsey Graham.
And you go through, when I had to go on Social Security disability, and the first time I had to go sign up for food stamps, you want to talk about humiliated to the max. And it's just because of that government shit that if you need help, you're lazy. I was like, wait a minute. Someone sees me walking into this place, they're going to think, oh. And it's like, how do you know? I might be here to help someone else.
Show me the money, Gina says. Yeah. Come on. I mean, we're still like one of the richest nations in the world. There's absolutely no reason why we should have a lot of the poverty, the hunger, the healthcare problems. We shouldn't have any of that. There are nations that make a lot less money than we do. who send all of their people to college, who have free medical care for everyone, including immigrants that come in.
That's right.
And they're smaller, and their
Yep.
their GPA is way lower than ours, and they're able to do it. It's all up here.
Yes.
It's all up here.
What's happening, PD? Guess who it's not the solar panels they're making the money off of. It's the Tesla fucking wall that comes with it. Are you hearing me? Elon Musk is making a fortune off of this free solar shit.
Of course he is. There is nothing
That's the thing he does best is government subsidized shit. That's how he's got where he's at. He's no smarter than the average bookkeeper.
Oh, he is. He's very, very smart. He's figured out what he's smart in is
not people.
It's the game.
He is disconnected enough from the universe. Even though he likes to say he's Mr. Connected to Mars or whatever, he is disconnected enough from the universe that he has no idea how to treat people.
Right.
He has no sense of, oh, did I hurt your feelings? What does that feel like to hurt your feelings? Unless you hurt his. And then he's going to kick you out of Twitter.
Yep.
Hey, PD, I shouldn't say this on here because I could get sued by him, so I'll shut up. But Rachel knows I talk a lot about how he blinks.
Yes. his reptilian weird eye blink. Yep. Yep. And I've seen that in person. I've seen that in person, not with Elon, but with a human being. Well, what looked like a human being. And yeah.
I think he is, PD. Look at his skin, you guys. Look at his skin. It's kind of see-through. It's kind of weird.
See-through. He might just be like really super lily white. I don't know.
Well, I'm super lily white, loves. Look at this under. Although
Renee, you crack me up. I recently saw a shirtless pic of him, and I threw up in my mouth a little. Goat's eyeballs are less scary, PD says. Enough for entertainment.
You're pulling this stuff right out of my brain. I love you because I can't say it, but you are. I love you so much.
Oh. They're PD and Renee are driving to urgent care right now as we speak.
I see that. We're going to prompt care.
Yeah. And hi there. How can I help you today?
Oh, hey, PD, you know how you and I and Nikki, we were all talking about doing a live stream. I think we need to add Benny in that. We need Benny Loco in there too.
Benny Loco.
Benny Loco is lots of fun. She got to come on here and do the Lightworkers Roundtable with me. She said she would.
Do it.
She's good. Yeah, she's a do it girl. That one.
Yeah.
She's fun. Yeah. Oh my God.
Hey, you should pull your dinner cards. I got to figure out what I got to take out of the freezer.
Okay. I've been shuffling and shuffling and shuffling on them.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Oh. Ma'am, what's the problem? I saw you in my shirtless one. I get the
Okay.
Oh, you made me start. You goofy.
I got 3 cards here. We need 3 cards.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Well, we don't have a main course yet. But
hey, Kat. How's it going?
Kat Shepard. Hi, girlfriend. Good to see ya. First card. Milkshake. Looks like it's a strawberry one to me. Second card. Do you want a mini tree and have some broccoli?
I like broccoli very much.
Chopping broccoli. Chopping broccoli. Remember that from the 80s. Or Do you want to have some seeds? A little hummus, maybe?
Ooh,
A little
hummus.
bit of couscous and chia seeds?
Well, I got hummus in the fridge, so I can go with hummus.
So of those three, what do you guys want to pick? What's your favorite? What sounds good to you? I know which one sounded good to me, but I'm going to shut up.
Milkshakes give me diarrhea, so we're going to stay away from that.
Milkshakes give me diarrhea. That's the one I was going to pick.
Love it going in, hate it going out.
Tony says chopped broccoli. Kat says the strawberry shake.
Okay, if Kat doesn't get diarrhea from it, I'm sure she can enjoy it very much.
PD says broccoli. We got
Broccoli
two.
broccoli is good. Broccoli is
two for broccoli. 3 if you count me.
broccoli.
Oh. Okay, let's see what we get in the next draw.
Go with broccoli. Broccoli sounds good. I got broccoli.
We're gonna keep the broccoli.
So actually, I can do broccoli.
We'll keep George Bush Sr.'s least favorite vegetable. I never forget. I was like, he's giving this massive speech and talking about how he doesn't like broccoli, and I'm like, what? Who cares? Choke on it. I don't care. It was weird. And he was supposed to be like talking about, the Gulf War, and he was talking about broccoli. I was like, what? Okay, whatever.
You just ain't had it right.
Whatever, man. Yeah, you just never had it the way my mama made it. Ooh,
Kat doesn't like broccoli at all.
Oh, so. Kat doesn't like broccoli.
Eating broccoli. Kat will be eating a milkshake instead of broccoli.
Will tell you.
So the milkshake vegetable.
There you go. I'll tell you though, Kat. Oh, see, Stoney doesn't like Brussels sprouts. And you like my Brussels? I make Brussels sprouts. They're sweet. A lot of people don't like Brussels sprouts because they're bitter.
Rick makes them in bacon. With bacon. Oh,
bacon yeah, bacon grease and a pinch of sugar. That's my cure for the bitterness. Mm-hmm. Just sprinkle a little bit of sugar on them, and there's no more bitterness. They're really good that way too, because they caramelize. They're good. Oh my God, barf.
Barf.
Yeah. Why is it? Vegetables. Some people either love them or hate them.
I love vegetables.
I do too.
I'm a veggie girl.
Chocolate covered Brussels sprouts. only if it's chocolate hazelnut covered Brussels sprouts. How's that sound?
Nutella Brussels sprouts?
No.
You don't like
the strain chocolate hazelnut.
Oh, gotcha.
My girl's in the room behind me. Oh my God, you guys, I can't stick my hand in the room. Like there's a cabinet I need to get into every once in a while. So I have to reach through the plants to get in there. I pull my arm out and for hours it smells and smells. Like I don't even remember hardly touching it, no buds or anything. And it's just, that stuff is so gassy. Woo! Smells great. It smells like pine and orange.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Very Christmassy.
It's kind of funny because my next door neighbor's having a bunch of work done on his house next door, and it's going to be interesting to see how the construction workers if they can smell my pot or not.
Mama Redneck just came in.
Hi, Mama Redneck. Good to see you, my dear. Yes. Okay. Next three cards.
Uh-oh.
We have. I know who's going to vote for this one. The White Knight. Mr. Baker Man.
Is that milk?
He drinks milk by the gallon. So I know he's going to be wanting the milk. That's the White Knight. Next we have. We finally got something. A staple. Grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh, that sounds great.
Look, and in there, it's with tomato soup. See the cannibals can?
I like the iron.
And the iron, that's what they cooked it with.
In college, that's what I did.
I used to do that all the time.
I used to iron my grilled cheese sandwiches. Yes,
I make great grilled cheese sandwiches. Kind of
Yes.
hard on the iron, but I never used it on my clothes.
Oh, you just put a little parchment paper down. It's fine. It's
I never
fine.
used the iron on my clothes anyway. In college, who ironed?
Yeah, I didn't.
And then we got a queen of sweets.
Ooh, that's tough. That's a tough one.
I think we need to keep all three of these.
Yeah, forget meat. Forget all the meat. We'll just have milkshake,
cheese, chocolate cake,
broccoli,
and milk.
chocolate cake, milk, and grilled cheese. Yeah,
And the
that sounds
broccoli,
good.
we'll keep it broccoli. We'll
I
have it
keep
a
the broccoli. We just won't give broccoli to Cat. Cat can have the milkshake.
Cat can have extra,
Extra cake.
whatever Cat wants extra. We'll give
Yeah, whatever Cat wants.
you want extra tomato soup, we can give you that too, because we didn't mention that along with that does have to have the tomato soup. And if you really want to make it adult tomato soup, put a pinch of basil in it. Campbell's tomato soup with a pinch of basil, and you've got almost got Progresso tomato basil soup for a lot less money. I do it all the time. So.
We make our own. We make our own tomato basil soup from our own tomatoes.
That was obviously for Stony. What about those ear hairs you're pulling on?
Stoney's going to use an iron to iron his ear hair. Oh no, braided! Oh no, I'm coming over there.
Braid it. I needed you, PD. I tried to put in hair tinsel today. I am not coordinated enough to look in the mirror and do that. That's like trying to do something on StreamYard by looking at yourself in StreamYard. Oh God, no. No way. So I'm going to take it when I go get I need a haircut and stuff. So I'm going to take it with me and have them put it in.
Yeah, there you go.
And since it's my product, they may not do it, but if that's the case, I'll pay for theirs.
It's
only Supercuts.
If you find someone who's fun enough, they'll do it for you.
Oh yeah, Supercuts is cool. I've been going over here for years, off and on, and I don't always get the best haircut, but you know what? What do you expect for $20?
Oh my God, dreadlock ear hair. Oh my God. Oh no. I need to wash out my brain now with something.
Okay, you guys. We're an hour in. It's time. You guys got who wants a card reading?
I can do it.
That time. We've been shooting the shit for an hour now. It's time to get serious.
Yes, now we're serious. Right now, we're starting. Okay. Wait. Okay, now we're starting.
Oh, you come to Arizona and do my hair? Come on, Petey. Let's do this. Let's do this, and then we'll try to stay out of trouble.
Oh my gosh, I better save some money.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come too. I tell you what, why don't we just make this
I'm gonna have to
a gym show, and then everything wild and crazy happens then. So, because we've got people here from all over the world when we got the gym show going on.
I gotta save my money to bail you guys out of jail.
Yeah, when the gym show's going on around here, this is a totally different place.
That would be a great distraction. That'll be a great distraction from your mischievous behaviors.
Yeah, right. I can remember one time going to TDI Fridays during gym show, and they didn't have any tables left. You either had to sit at the bar or wait. And so we were just hanging out, waiting. And these guys were sitting around this big table, round table. Come over here and join us. Come and join us. So we went over and joined. They were vendors from the gym show that had just met. And they were one guy was from India, one guy was from Australia. There was a guy from Bali. Oh man, what a fun night. We had a blast. So gym show.
Those chance encounters sometimes can be really, really fun, you know?
Well, you not only have a lot of vendors here, but for the first 2 weeks, it's nothing but jewelers. Jewelers and gem dealers. That's all there is here. So you got lots of money pouring into Tucson during that.
Right, and lots of trading going on,
The
and
last 2
buying
weeks
and selling.
are for the general public.
Mm-hmm.
And most of those, like people like De Beers and those guys, they leave because they're only here for the jewelers. But they do come here. They're here.
Wow.
Yeah. You can buy diamonds. If you have a wholesale license, you can buy diamonds for 25 cents on the dollar.
Wow.
Yeah, 75% off.
Wow.
And when you look at what they sell for compared to the markup of a jeweler, you're talking 375% off on diamonds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's wild.
It's crazy.
That's wild. I like diamonds, so.
Well, I do, but I don't. I like color. I'm a colored stone girl. So if I was going to do diamonds, it'd probably be blue ones.
I just like anything that's shiny, honestly. I'm
You like the
one of
sparkle?
those girls. I do.
She's a
I love.
sparkle girl.
I am. I like shiny things. That's like one of the girly things about me is I like shiny things. But it's not that important. Yeah, oh, I love emeralds too. Oh my god, I love emeralds so much. So much.
You got a Tahoe, Petey?
Stoney likes dab diamonds.
Slap put a camper on the back of it and come on out. Come on out. I'd love it. You can stay here as long as you want to. I even actually have a hookup for you. Sewer, water, and it used to be cable TV, but I don't have cable anymore. But hey, I got water and sewer hookup for you.
You guys aren't going to be watching any TV anyway.
Nah, we'd be going and having a good time. We get in trouble.
Yep.
Petey and her husband and her daughter too. Now all three of you guys got to come. So, yeah. Cards, people.
Petey said she would like a couple of cards.
Petey wants a reading. Cool.
I can do one too. I can do one too.
Oh, yeah, I hope so.
I'll bring my cards over here though. I don't know if I'm gonna. I said I'll bring my cards over here. I'm not gonna switch cameras. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's easier just to hold it up.
Yeah, for this I can just hold it up.
But when you're doing a live stream by yourself, it's cool to be able to have a picture.
I'll show you guys what I figured out I can do. Watch.
Yeah, she's gonna teach me how to do this.
What?
Look at that!
Yes.
Look at that! Isn't that cool? So I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, moonstones. That was my card of the day today. It was moonstone.
Oh, I like moonstone.
That's my favorite, actually.
I like moonstone very much.
I always seem to manage to have a moonstone on. Moonstone. I like the iridescent stones, so that's moonstone and labradorite. You know, they're
I love labradorite.
flash and lots of color. I have a white moonstone ring, and it looks like white star sapphire.
Ooh.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I had a jeweler here make it for me. Okay.
I got my oracle card shuffled.
And
And
I'm actually pulling from
oh, no, those are my tarot cards I just shuffled.
I'm pulling a tarot card. Aren't you proud of me, Petey?
I'm going to pull one of each. I'm going to pull a tarot and an oracle.
There you go. I'll pull you a cannabis card. She likes these cards, so I'll pull her a cannabis card. I'm also using the
Oh, your daughter has
it every day.
Okay, I do too. Oh wait, wrong side. That's the.
You got the puppy pot. Oh, Tree of Life.
Yeah, I got Tree of Life on my arm. I'm all about the Tree of Life. I got Tree of Life everything everywhere. It's Yggdrasil is an important part of my spirituality.
Trees are important part of my existence.
Yeah, trees in general.
I am clairaudient. I hear trees. So they talk to me. They scream to me. They cry to me. They talk to me. Yeah.
I am not
I
clairaudient.
can't be present when they cut a live tree down because I hear it scream for its life. It makes me cry. So,
All right, Katie, go ahead. Are you ready?
oops, no. Well, this card keeps flipping around, so I guess it's supposed to be the card you're supposed to have, my dear. It's kind of interesting. Every time I shuffle, I get this same card flipping over from the cannabis deck. Whoa! Dumped it all on the floor. You can tell I've been off for a while, huh?
That's okay. Stony is Swedish. I have some Swedish in me too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Cool,
Vikings.
cool.
Woo!
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. You go first, my dear. You're my guest.
All right. So I'm going to start with the Sea Soul Journeys card by Pippa Best.
Yes.
I love these cards because they have like all these different backs. See, all the backs they're not all different. There's like four different ones. So I am going to just, what does Spirit have to say to our dear friend PD today? Let me just shuffle them one more time here so we get them good. All right. So the card that I'm getting is Begin. May you start as if you have already begun. So begin. Although, if you're planning on doing some sort of new venture, or you're toying with the idea of some sort of new venture, PD, I would wait a little bit before starting something. It's okay to start thinking about it and planning for it. Yeah. But I think I would wait just because Mercury's in retrograde right now, and I feel like starting anything new right now might give you a lot of frustration. Not necessarily negate it completely, but it might frustrate you. So let me do a tarot card now to get as a clarifier. So I'm using the Magical Nordic Tarot. It is wonderful by Jane. It's either Jane or Janie Wallace. I'm not sure. It's Jayne. And my mother-in-law's name is Janie, and she spells it the same way. So it's probably Janie Wallace. But anyways, okay, Spirit, can you clarify begin for us, please? And I am getting the Six of Wands, which is reversed right now. Now, this way, the Six of Wands is kind of a success card, right? That's a go for it, do it right now. This, when you reverse it, the Six of Wands is, it's going to be successful, but it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time. So I don't know if you've got anything that you are planning on doing. It could be just goals for 2023. It could be planning on going on a trip. It could be a different business venture. So my advice out of these two cards is definitely plan for whatever it is that you're planning to do, but wait a little while before you begin it. Just because, like I said, Mercury's in retrograde right now, and I don't know, even though it says begin, you may start as if you've already begun. I feel like you should do a lot of extra planning before you jump in and actually start whatever it is that you're thinking about doing. Does that make sense?
I'm sitting here swallowing a canary.
Oh no. Okay, you go.
Because I got the Seven of Cups. Planning.
Yeah.
Planning.
Yes.
Whatever you're going to do, if you want it to be fruitful, see the money in the dude's hand, you want that money in your hand, plan first. Get it all figured out first, then implement it.
Yeah.
Because here's why. From the cannabis deck, you get the Osumpa card, which is vision. This is both sides of you, your yin and yang. You've got to find balance there.
Yeah.
You got to find some balance between the shadow side and your golden side, because they are both very, very much you and very, very much your higher self. So connect with your higher self through the vision.
Yeah, don't be afraid of failure. I don't think that, first of all, failure is a construct.
I think it's a lie.
It completely is. I don't believe in failure. I believe in lessons.
Yes.
And I believe in working wisdom. But I don't believe that anything is truly a failure. But I would, if you're planning to do anything, like Katie said, and like I'm telling you here, wait, plan, and then execute.
Absolutely.
And wait till Mercury is out of retrograde.
I'm going to pull a Prism Oracle card. I shuffled the crap out
Okay.
of them. So I'm just going to stick my hand in and pull one out.
Do it.
Ooh, yeah. Caution. Do I need to say any more? Plan ahead. Plan first, then execute.
Yeah, really flowchart it out. Flowchart all the positive and negatives out first, and try to foresee as many of the problems. I think a lot of times we get like a great idea about something and we're like, yes, I'm going to do this. And sometimes we go gung-ho into things before we're fully ready or fully anticipating all the problems.
Yes.
And if you're only envisioning the good things that could come out of this without allowing yourself to see how things could challenge you too, it's easy to get frustrated in a new venture. It really is. So yeah, do a lot of planning. That's my advice from Spirit.
The whole point of Mercury retrograde is to revisit and plan. Like you were saying, if you start a new business venture right now, be prepared. You're going to come back and look at it again and again and again.
Yeah.
If you wait until retrograde is over, which is only 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We all act like, oh my God, we're still in it. It's only 3 weeks. It happens 3 times a year. This is the last one of the year. It's a part of our life. It's the time for you to catch your breath and reevaluate everything.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see those things that aren't working for you and change them.
Right. Or get rid of them altogether.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Eliminate or change them.
Yep.
So yeah, this woman with the 7 of Cups tickles me because even the dog is trying to help her make her decision. Homemade crafts, and she can't figure out, is she going to sell it? Is she going to buy it? The guy's got there with the money in his hand, and the dog is like, come on, make your mind.
Yep.
She's off planning.
Yep. She's thinking
these
about
cards
it.
Are such a trip. I love these cards. Hard to shuffle, but they're really fun.
Proper prior planning prevents piss poor production.
Amen. And I also wanted to let you know, you were talking about making a decision in a reactionary way. Never make an important decision when you're upset.
Yeah,
you're dealing with your ego in fight or flight, not your adult. If you, from back in the 70s, the book I'm Okay, You're Okay. You got your critical parent, your inner child, and your adult. Mm-hmm. You got to come from that adult. That's the problem we haven't had in this country for probably 10 years. I could say not too many people have been coming at things like an adult. They've all been coming at things like 3-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
I want, so it's mine.
Yeah, very reactive, very entitled.
Yeah, yes. I want mine. It's like I like my 3-year-old friend. It's like she's not even like that.
No.
Of course, she's 3 going on 35.
Yeah, she's a starseed child.
Jeez, for sure. The kid's smart.
Stony said, failure to prepare is preparing to fail. And
that's right.
Is so true.
100% truth, my man. Albert, should I sell? No, don't sell Albert. We love Albert. Willie wouldn't know what to do without having Albert there. By the way, Willie's laying right here. Laying in the window. Willie?
Aw.
Willow. He answered me. He never said, no sound ever comes out when
He just
answers.
goes.
There's a tongue always sticks out.
Clarity does that. Clarity go, if I go, she'll go, back at me. And if I go, Clarity, silent, she'll go.
She's as cool as cat. Your cats
She
are funny.
So smart.
Yeah, Willie and Allie pay the bills on time. They sure do. What you doing, buddy? Yeah. Oh, he's giving me the grumpy guy look. He'll be 14 in April, so.
Oh, he's a little old man.
So he's a grumpy Gus.
Yeah, that's my Crosby too. My Crosby's, he's 12, and in dog years he's a big dog.
Yeah.
So in dog years, that's pretty old, and he's
doing great for a big dog.
He's been a bone chewer his whole life, and although he doesn't have cavities or gum issues or anything, he has worn down his bottom teeth.
That'll happen. Yeah.
So now when he falls asleep, it's like. And then when he wakes up, I'm like, Crosby. And I'll be like, fix your tongue, Crosby. He'll go.
Because it's dry.
Like 5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, Willow will do that. He'll be licking himself. Or Aloe's the one that's bad. She'll be licking herself.
Yeah.
Clean, clean, clean. I'll go, Aloe! With my tongue and my finger. And she'll look at me, I'll go, Aloe! And she'll go. You ask her, are you hungry? Do you want food? And if you say food like that, she goes, are you hungry?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Nah, I don't communicate with animals.
No,
I just
not at
talk
all.
English to them. They're funny. Pickle did it. You know what, Petey? I don't like that pickle.
Oh.
I'm being honest with you. Because I don't like the guy that gave that pickle to Stony, is why. He's a guy that lives here in Arizona. He's a grower. But anyway. So you'll notice me not joining in on the pickle jokes because I don't like the pickle. Pickle's an asshole.
Pickle's an asshole. What is pickle?
He has for dabs that is a pickle. It's a dill pickle with a grumpy, mean looking face on it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And now the guy that gave it to him is a major dick.
Oh,
that's why I don't like it. So.
Gotcha.
So I don't kid around and ask for him to show the pickle. He's got so many other funny stuff to show you during his live streams. Tire the pickle.
Stony is very funny.
Aloe's tongue tastes a little buddy.
Oh no,
buddy.
And that's why Aloe's like.
She's like.
Why is
That is so funny though. I've had 2 female cats that did that. They lick, clean themselves, clean their brother, clean me, and then they don't put their tongue back in their mouth. Just...
That's funny.
Well, female cats' tongues are a lot more abrasive than a male cat's tongue.
Really? Now that I didn't know, but I know it on my cat.
They clean the babies. They clean and comb the babies. That rough tongue stimulates them to go potty.
Yes, that I know.
They don't know how to go potty at first by themselves.
Right.
So when you bottle feed kittens, you get to do that.
It's like that with rabbits and squirrels.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
They all need that.
They're born helpless, blind.
We used to take my mom, doing wildlife rehab, would take little, what is that called? The thing you clean your ear with, a Q-tip. She would take like a Q-tip. It's like an oversized Q-tip, and she'd get it warm under warm water and just go, and all of a sudden they poop or they pee.
No, I didn't even use a Q-tip. I just use a little wet wash rag. No wash rag, I get go to the dollar store. Go to the dollar store and get the really thin ones.
Mm-hmm.
I have a whole bunch of those. I use them to take my makeup off with.
Ah, okay.
And yeah, you just get that with a little bit of warm water and just rub it, and the next thing you know, it's a little yellow color.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's time for some skunk.
Whoa, no. I'll tell you what, if I had skunk growing in this house, I'd be in trouble because you can smell my stuff outside now.
But it's legal for you to grow there, so you're not going to get into trouble.
Yeah, but I'm a woman who lives alone. I can get
well,
robbed. I got
true.
that. What's going on in there? I'm gonna guess there's at least a half a pound in buds alone, and that's
pretty
the
awesome.
bigger ones. That's not counting the little larvae things. I actually smoked a couple of the larvae things yesterday.
Yeah, was it good?
Oh my goodness! And it's not even. I got like 5
Did you
more
get a
weeks
headache?
to go. I got at least 5 more weeks to go, and they were already.
Did you get your headache? Did you get a headache from it, or is it already
a little
starting?
bit, not bad.
Yeah,
just a little bit, but it's really frosty. Really, my fingers were like I had gotten stuck in honey. My fingers, the skin was sticking together. They're so sticky.
Nice.
Black Goddess. What do you do? Cross Amazon Goddess with Sugar Black Rose? No comment. I'm going to grow some Sugar Black Rose myself. Actually, I have decided for this next year, I'm buying my seeds.
You're buying them?
Yeah. They usually run about $10 a piece.
$10 a seed? Yeah, I've never, well, except for like with my cousin when we were kids growing skunk weed.
You can get them.
I don't really know anything about that.
You get really good stuff from Amsterdam. Perfectly 100%. It's never been illegal to mail seeds.
Oh,
never.
Really?
Yep.
I should get some and try it. And tell my mother it's a fern. Like we did with my cousin Ann's mom. It's a really nice fern. And my cousin Ann would go on vacation or she'd be at work or something and her mom would go up into her room. Fern. And she would she'd be watering the fern. Yeah, the really pretty fern that Ann was growing in her room. And then one day we were out camping and Mom went up with her friend. Was it her friend or her sister? I can't remember. But they went upstairs to see the fern and water the fern. And Gloria's friend was like, that's not a fern. That is marijuana. And Gloria was like, what?
Oops. Thanks a lot, huh?
Dang it. She got rid of our weed, man.
Yeah. I tell ya. Yeah, no, it's perfectly 100% legal for me to grow it here. It just has to be very under the radar. You can't be in this vision. It can't be in view of the public, and it has to be behind a locked door.
Yeah, you can't have it just growing in your backyard.
I can't throw seeds out in the garden.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how well I would do here anyway.
Right, I was just gonna say that. I don't know that it would even grow out there.
Oh, it does actually. It grows great, but you're growing on top of the soil. You're not growing in Arizona soil. You're doing exactly what I'm doing here, but you're doing it with the Arizona sun and stuff instead of growing.
That's what I was. I was worried about maybe it would get too hot for the plant, and it's not very humid out there. So.
Yeah, usually they usually have them growing under shade cloth and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
The hottest part of it, June, forget it. You're gonna
marijuana. Stony.
Fern Gully. That's a funny show. That's one of my favorite Robin Williams movies. Because he's the bat that has been, operated on. He's got diodes and shit coming out of his head, and he's always flying into the trees. It's so funny. I miss him so much.
I do too.
What a funny man.
I do too.
Hey, I grew up.
I believe that me too. I believe that he is really completely at peace with
Yes.
his decision to do what he did. And you know what? I don't like suicide, but I will never, ever fault somebody
For
that
making
does
that
that.
decision.
Right, because I don't walk in their shoes. Who am I to say anything?
I
You know
have
what I
walked
mean?
in their shoes. I can't.
I
touch
have
it.
too. I tried to kill myself, but it wasn't
Yeah.
my time, so I didn't die. So
I didn't try to kill myself. I went for help first.
I
But
did
I
not.
was out looking for the soda pop to drink all the pills with. I was in my car
I
driving, and I shouldn't have been in the car driving. I was crying so hard I couldn't even see where I was going.
right, right. Well, I tried. I tried to kill myself, and the person who found me was my cousin Ann. And then 8 years later, she took
She
her own
did.
life.
She did.
And that was like something I had to.
Try.
That was
Ooh.
one of those come shadow, dark night of the soul times for
Yeah, that's
me.
a come Jesus moment.
It was, but
That's come to
I've
Jesus.
talked to her since then, and I'm very much at peace with it now. So
Yeah. Well, she's.
I'm glad to be here too, Petey. Now I know why I'm here. You know,
Oh, thank
now I
you.
know why I'm here, and Katie does too. Katie knows why she's here, and
I beat
we try to
I
spend
beat death
every
3
day.
times. 3
Yeah,
times.
yes, yeah. You got purpose.
I
I did
tried to
twice.
commit suicide when I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. I wanted to die because I had just graduated with a degree in computers. Give me a break.
Mm-hmm.
Took my whole life away. And then I survived breast cancer. And then after I survived breast cancer, I survived kidney failure, renal failure.
Well,
So,
Petey, it took me a long time to understand the importance of being not only a light worker but a light bringer. You know,
yes. Yeah.
but once I did fully understand that, it changed my life. It changed my outlook on life. It changed how I saw myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I went from a person who absolutely hated the person that I was
I've been
to
there.
being so in love with myself, not in an ego sort of way, but in a kind and compassionate sort of way. And now I'm able to take that and translate that into how I am with other people too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I am right now in my life at 54 years old, the realest person that I've ever been. And I love me, you know?
Yeah.
And I want you all to love you guys too, not in an ego sort of way, not in a I am the greatest, nobody, you know, my shit don't stink kind of way. More like a for all
Sometimes.
the light and shade me all the light and shade that has made me what I am, I love all of it.
Yes.
All of it.
You see these wrinkles? I earned them all, and I'm proud of them. I don't want a facelift. I don't want a facelift. I'm aging gracefully. That's why my hair is not colored anymore. As much as I would love to do it purple and blue and green and all these fun stuff like I've had in the past. I am doing the Crohn's thing. I am embracing my Crohn.
I am happy to be a
am
Crohn.
who I am. I've been through hell and back, cracked the crap out of my heart, my body, and everywhere else. And you know what happened as a result? Light started shining both directions so bright it's blinding.
Yes, you can. I feel like you can be a light bringer only after you've been through some of the darkest places. I'm not saying that an average Joe person who hasn't been through darkness can't shine light, but to work it and to be able to be compassionate with others using that light, you have to go through some really, really dark places.
You really do have to go through some dark times. Yeah.
And then you realize later, oh, this is why I went through that. This is all part of my life path. Yeah. Kat's doing the Crohn too. Good for you, Kat.
This is one of my favorite. I have this on my card reading table all the time.
I love
totally adore this. And it's not just in the statues, but it's in the dang tree too. Apples above the pregnant woman. You know, you've got I just love this. And then my Gaia statue. But my Gaia statue is guarding the pot plants. So
I love your Gaius. I love your Gaia statue. Stony says, I'm Stony. You know what, Stony? You don't know. I don't know that you realize it, but you are totally a light bringer. I mean, you make people smile and laugh. I have seen people come into your
swallow your light thingy to shine it. You do that all the time.
You are a light bringer. So are you, PD. So are you, Kat.
Yes.
You all are, Gina, if you're still here, all you guys are light workers and light bringers. And
you are.
In your own way, you just never doubt that you make people smile and you help people through some tough times. I've seen people go into Stony's room and they start off complaining and they're sad, and by the time they're leaving, they're laughing and they're joking and they are in a whole new place.
Yeah,
and that's compassion.
Like
that is compassion. You're being compassionate.
Right here. Oh, Stony is one of the nicest, most compassionate people. He really is. He's always kind to people that are going through a hard time. He comments on it that, oh, I'm sorry. A lot of guys that just goes that you even said anything, that you're having a problem. They don't know what to say. PD is right. Stony, I want to add one thing to it, though. Stony is a rare jewel in his box. Not the box, his box. Because Stony definitely is an out-of-the-box thinker.
Kat says, if I'm a light bringer, it's a dark light. No! Well, maybe it's a black light, and we're all you're going to shine off. You're going to cause all of the white parts on us to fluoresce.
Hey, Celtic spirit animal is the light bringer. It is a white stag. So there you go. It's a sacred animal, y'all.
It's very sacred. The white stag.
Yep. So
stags in general are very sacred.
But that white one,
in the Norse community.
You
get
any of the white animals, they're highly sacred because their chances of survival are so diminished. Right. They're like out there. They're not hidden. They can't hide.
Yeah, dark doesn't necessarily mean evil. Yes.
Absolutely. That's what that cannabis card was all about. You have to decide. We have anger. That's a dark side.
Well, that's shadow work in a nutshell.
Absolutely.
It's like facing these things that trigger you. That is sometimes you got to go into a dark place in your soul to get that stuff, to drag that stuff out of you. But once you do, you are a little less in the dark.
Yeah, once you see where that dark thought really and truly came from and not where you assumed it came from. Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, she defended the forest. Maleficent wasn't.
Yes, I actually, Maleficent. Her story is just, it's so real. It's something that a lot of people can relate to.
They can. And I really think that's why Angelina Jolie wanted that part so bad.
Yes.
There's a new Disney series. I can't remember what it was. I just saw it yesterday. I haven't signed into Disney in months. Now all of a sudden I got to sign back in. I was going to get rid of it. Now I guess I'm keeping it. If I don't have Netflix anymore. I didn't sign into it for 6 months. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I was watching it a lot. Yeah. Why am I paying $15 a month for something I'm not even looking at?
You're not even using.
It's gone.
Right. Yeah, I use it maybe once a month. But
I used to watch
it. Getting rid of it too.
Yeah, I used to watch it every night. But that was when there was more series and stuff on there, like The Ranch and the Pot Store series with Kathy Bates. That was my favorite Netflix show. That's so funny. Where she owns a pot dispensary in like Los Angeles. It is hilarious. So funny. so funny. But I also like The Ranch, Sam Elliott and Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, I love Sam Elliott.
Oh,
I love Sam Elliott.
All Sam Elliott has to do is talk.
Oh, that crooked smile, that crooked smile he does,
He's so sexy.
Oh, just love him.
Yeah, I do too. Have for years and years and years.
Tony is so white, he makes Conan O'Brien look Spanish.
I don't think so, because Conan O'Brien the other day was talking about between his red hair and his white skin, no one glows in the dark like he does. Yeah, Sam Elliott. He's married to Catherine Ross.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they've been married ever since Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. They're one of the oldest Hollywood couples. Yes way. Isn't that cool?
Melissa Fent does have great cheekbones. You're absolutely right about that.
Amen.
I wish I had. I have the opposite of cheekbones.
I think Rachel. I find it interesting. My favorite Disney cartoon is Sleeping Beauty. I'm a big Tchaikovsky fan. Okay, and Tchaikovsky's all through that movie.
Yes.
So it's only appropriate that Maleficent is such a popular movie now, and her story that they took it from Sleeping Beauty that's a beautiful movie. And that was his third? That was Disney's third movie. First one was Fantasia. Second one was Snow White. Third one was Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, I love all the old Disney films. I like a lot of the new ones too, but I really, really.
And then the one after Sleeping Beauty.
The depth of story in the Dumbo, man. I can't watch Dumbo. I will never be able to watch Dumbo again because it affected me.
That's the way I am about Bambi.
Bambi too. Bambi is another one. It's like, oh my gosh, breaks my heart. Why don't you?
Oh yeah. Oh, and then there's no way I can hunt because, I grew up in the National Park Service. I played with rabbits and deer. Okay, yeah. I'm not going to eat them. I can eat them, I can cook them, but I can't take their life.
Well, tiny animals were my brothers and sisters growing up, because my mom was a wildlife rehab.
Your mom, yeah.
I have a deep, deep love and heart for animals, and nobody can tell me that they're not sentient.
I'll be honest with you. I feel very sad, and I say thank you every time I throw away one of my mice from the trap.
Oh, I know that.
That makes me really sad, especially as a pregnant female, and I've killed 3 of them.
Yeah.
And they cover the whole space inside that trap. The pregnant female, they get big just before they have babies.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gotten 2 that were that big, so I helped a little bit on any kind of a infestation problem. But yeah.
I love Dumbo. I loved it. I just can't watch it again. Once was enough because it affected me so deeply that there's been a few movies like that have really just affected me in such a way that I could never watch them again. Titanic was one of those movies. I watched Titanic, and the part of the movie where the mother is in the water holding her baby and they're dead in the ice water. That affected me so much I couldn't watch it anymore.
Yeah. I'll tell you, in my novel that I'm writing, the Twin Flame novel, one of the dreams, my 2 twin flames, they've been together in past lives, so they keep having these dreams of past lives. They don't realize that's what's happening, but they're dreaming of each other. He's her boss, and she can't figure out why the hell she's dreaming about her boss. And one of their past lives was the hardest thing I've ever had to write because I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried. When Archangel Gabriel gave me the story, it was like, how do I do this? He says, 1 sentence at a time. You have to do this. Oh, man. He falls in love with an Indian maiden, and he's a cavalryman. And anyway, it ends up with Wounded Knee. They
Oh,
can't be together because she's killed at Wounded Knee.
oh,
And he finds her frozen, holding a baby. So that's kind of, yeah.
yeah. As Stoney just said, me too, Ray, I can't handle children in pain or animals. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tarot cards. Don't ever ask me to read on a child.
Yeah, same thing
Let
here.
you know,
Same thing here.
it will not happen.
I can't go
I
into
can't
that.
read on missing children or lost children either because of that, because I see what happens to them and I can't bear that. So
Yeah.
I would love to be able to do that. I would like to talk to Mel Dorr because he helps the police in Chicago. And I would like to talk to him to see how does he practice such discernment to be able to do that?
How do you disconnect from it? I mean, I haven't found a way.
Total discernment. You
I
have
don't.
to not be connected to the emotions of it at all.
Right.
So how do you see someone being mistreated or killed or something and not connect an emotion to that? You can't figure that out.
I'm not sure that I could do that. Not, at least not right now in my walk.
And that could also be the fact that we are both female and male is man.
Well,
they process emotions differently.
I'm not a clairaudient. I see what I'm supposed to say, and a lot of times it's pictures of
you're
things.
clairvoyant.
So if I'm doing a reading and I'm asking, like, that's why I don't do political readings either. I did 2, and the energy that I went into was so dark. I mean, I thought I was protected and I thought I was ready, and I was not. And so I'm like, okay, until I am better at protecting myself, because I thought I was.
Yeah. That's
the
other thing I gotta do. I'm starting a new recorded video, y'all. You're gonna get once a week. You're gonna get a current events political reading. So I will be posting in my community page for you guys to give me questions, political questions.
That's just it for me. It's that big energy. It's I delve into the collective energy a lot, and I can even without turning on the news or going online and looking at what's going on, I know when there's something that's happening that is affecting a good chunk of the world, because it hits me like being hit with a board across the face. It's that kind of energy. It's so overlapped. It's just like, oh, wham,
Wow. And PD says she can do true crime. I can't do true crime. I can do true crime for adults. No problem.
Maybe with grown-ups, but not with children.
I can't do it with kids.
I've tried once with a missing child, and I was just overwhelmed by what I was seeing and feeling. And I'm still relatively new at trying to get the vision that I'm getting and make sense of everything. When I'm doing a reading with tarot cards or with oracle cards, and I'm doing it for just a collective audience, it's very generalized.
Yes.
What comes to me is very generalized. It's like, okay, we want to try to help as many people as we possibly can. Here's what you can say. When I dive into something that's really specific, like if somebody asks me to do a reading for them, sometimes the information that I'm getting is so fast that I cannot process it quick enough to be able to discern what is being said to me. So that's something that I have to work on. And I may never be good at that. My little autistic brain, my little Asperger's syndrome brain here might not ever be able to process quick enough to do that effectively, but I'll keep trying. So.
Well, absolutely. And let me recommend to both you and PD. I started out in this Tarot Love community. Before Tarot Love community existed, I was watching the political card readers. And it's really, really important. If you're going to read politics, you better learn the differences, because the tarot is a little bit different for card readers reading on politics, because certain cards are certain people. They are definitely certain people. And it always pulls up. It seems to pull up in multiple readers that way. That's why I say certain cards are certain people. Nancy Pelosi has been the Queen of Swords since the very first impeachment. Everybody gets her as the Queen of Swords. So I was not into tarot until I started watching the political readers. So for me, I got confused learning regular tarot because I know the political way those cards.
Right. I feel you on that. See, that's something I'm going to have to learn too, because
So I
I
suggest
don't
you watch
necessarily get that.
people, yeah, like Linda G and Danny. Well, not so much Danny, because Danny doesn't use like typical Rider Waite.
Mhm.
I mean, he has specialty Rider Waits. I love his cards. It's just, but watch the ones that use the lovely, 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 the lovely uglies. Yeah, we all start with this deck, you know?
Everyone does. Yep.
I'll be honest with you, actually, in my Amazon cart right now, you can buy them blank. They have this on the back and nothing on the front.
Mm-hmm.
And they're 72 cards each. So I got 2 of them, so that now I can do like you and just play around and make my own cards.
Yeah, that's what
Also,
I want to do. I want to like get some. I have a couple decks of blank cards, and I want to do an oracle deck that way. I don't want to do a tarot deck that way, but I want to do an oracle one like that.
Spirit gave me massive lecture today on my cards. These are coming out, you guys. I have to finish them.
Yes.
Soon. They're supposed to be out by summer, according to what Spirit's telling me.
You totally
Also,
should.
there are some that need to be redone because Canva, it's all done in Canva, and I used Canva images, and some of the Canva images I used are the pro version, and they'll kick it back on me.
Oh.
But I figured out where I don't have to necessarily do that. When I go to publish, I will go ahead just before I publish and buy the pro membership to Canva.
There you go.
Then my butt's covered.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's 66 cards here. Oh, sorry, 66 plus 7, because the 7 tarot cards. So yeah, I'm going to be spending a lot of time with my nose in the computer when I'm not here on YouTube. I will be watching a lot of people. Sorry, guys. I got to get some writing done.
Oh, that's okay. You got to do what you got to do. PD said, see, I love the original Rider Waite, but I don't rely on them as a claircognizant. I'm claircognizant as well. That is something that is...
So am I.
That is... If there's anything that like sometimes hangs me up in using tarot,
yes,
it is that I get a very specific message that doesn't always match the common idea of what that particular card is for.
That's because you're doing it intuitively.
Yes, well, of course, yeah.
And there are thousands of tarot readers that do it completely 100% intuitively. They don't know the traditional meanings of the cards. There's no right or wrong to this, you guys.
No, there isn't. You're absolutely right. And
it is all about your gift and what you hear or see or are told.
Right. Do you see what Stoney just said? My clairvoyance scares me. I feel responsible for things I've seen. We've all been there.
Hey, dude, yeah. And I'll tell you what.
Yes.
Just because you saw it doesn't mean you're responsible for it.
You are not. You are not. I saw...
You're not one of the major players in it. You're just an observer in case they need you for help. Otherwise, you stand back and don't feel responsible, because the things Feel more responsible for things you do, not things you see.
PD, that's why I really love this deck, the Magical Nordic Tarot. This deck was designed specifically for people who do more of an interpretive reading than a traditional reading with tarot. And on each card, there is at the bottom of the card, there is like, I'm sorry, this camera sucks. You're not going to be able to see that. But at the bottom of the card, it gives you like a keyword based on when Janie Wallace made this deck. She said she was using her intuitiveness for each one of these cards. And although, like unity, the Two of Wands does mean unity a lot of times, right? It's partnership. It's whatever. Or like here's another one: the Star, wishes.
Yes.
Or Six of Wands, success.
Stoney just ate a large chunk of cheddar and he may never poop again.
Girl.
Sounds like a personal problem to me.
But anyway, so I like this deck because I can tell that this deck was made by somebody who does interpretive reading. So a lot of the keywords are spot on to what you would traditionally see, but some of them are not. Some of them are more. It's more avant-garde compared to the norm. The norm, I guess, is the best way to put it. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I like them a lot. And I've been using this deck a lot, which is
I love that deck. When you use that in your morning readings, I love that deck.
Katie told me, she's like, well, I was like, I don't know what cards to use today. She's like, well, just go over your cards and feel the ones that like just reach out. And this one always reaches out to me. It's the loudest deck I have. It's always like
when you guys ask me for a card and you'll see me get a frown on my face, is because I'm running my hand over my cards and it'll get hot. The deck I'm supposed to use, the hand will get hot. A little
hot and a little tingly.
Definitely. If it's an important message that you're supposed to get through that deck, I get the tingles in my fingers. Tingles in the fingies. Yeah, it's a cool deck. I have it also. It's in my Amazon wish list. Hint, hint. Hint, hint. There are links to the Amazon wish list on my channel, by the way. It's in my link tree. Link tree rocks. Let me tell you guys, that's so nice. Because when I go to do Lightworkers Roundtable, I put all the links in for every one of my guests, right? When they have a link tree, it's so nice. Because all I have to do is put the YouTube channel in, their email address, and their link tree.
Right.
And they click on that link tree and it's got everything they do.
Right. Right.
And it's free. Or you can pay for it, but I don't pay for it. And I have a lot of fun with it. It's cool.
Hey, it's 2 to 3. Should we quick do because I'm going to have to get off at 3 so I can make dinner for my family. So did you want to pull a card just for the collective for everybody?
Yes. And I want to use a very, very, very special deck.
Okay.
It's one this lovely lady we're talking to, my sweet guest. Let me find it. Oh, here it is. Gave me for Christmas. This is the Watu deck. Or Watu, sorry. Watu deck.
Yeah.
4 Seasons Watu. It is my Korean deck. I went through the book today and kind of got a little more of the gist of how it works. It is divided up into 4 different cards and 12 different months. So it's like you have 4 weeks for each month. So these cards are divided up. Week 1, say, week 2, and so on.
Yes.
So let's see what we find in there.
Let's do it.
Oh, I like this guy. Let's see what this guy says. I have to look it up in the book. Sorry, you guys, because
that's okay. It's a new system. Yeah, it's a new system.
completely new system. This is not even okay. So, oh, that's about halfway through. What we got here? You have a card?
Oh, I was waiting on you. I thought you were going to go first. I can.
No. I got to find it first.
All right. I will pull a tarot card from the mat. Oh, I had one jump out. Let's see what it is. It is, oh, Knight of Cups, Dreamer. Knight of Cups.
Ooh, yes.
I see him sitting under the rainbow there, meditating. It almost looks like Muspelheim with the Bifrost in the background, if you guys know Norse mythology.
Cat does.
So let me go ahead and pull a oracle card now as the clarifier. So we got Dreamer. Don't put that down. There we go. And then we'll pull an oracle card, and it is Journey. May you seek adventure. So we've got Dreamer and we've got Journey. May you seek adventure. So for 2023, you guys, don't be afraid to dream about places that you've never been to before.
Ooh.
And if you have the willingness and the desire to go and do something that you've never done before, this is going to be the year to do it. Make sure that you get out there and don't let life pass you by without exploring it a little bit. Explore this world a little bit. We only got a short time here before we go back to where we came from, right?
Yeah.
I mean, eventually we come back, but
absolutely look at this world through the eyes of the wonder of a child.
Yes, absolutely. So that is my
sometimes to be reminded of that, you got to go hang out with a little child. Hey, Sharon Sipe, good to see you, my darling. You got to go hang out with a child. You want to be reminded and put into a balanced, grounded place. Go hang out with a 3-year-old for a little while.
Right, for sure.
I have a little 3-year-old adopted. She's like my adopted granddaughter, and holy cow, that kid's yeah, she's another one that's 3. That's the one I was talking about with Ken a while ago. 3 going on 35.
Yeah, that was like
she came out of her mama speaking sentences, I swear.
That's how my goddaughter Amanda was too. I'll never forget when Amanda was about 3 years old. She went to her front door and was trying to open up the door. She grabbed the handle and she's pulling and pulling and pulling. And she's like, oh my God, what the hell is wrong with this door? And then she turned around to me and she's like, honey, can you help me with the door?
That's like my little Kelly Lynn. She's telling me all about, I can't remember the little boy's name. There's a little boy in her class. She goes to Head Start. And there's a little boy in her class. And I don't like him. He's mean to me. He makes fun of me. He teases me, going on and on. And so her mom's like, well, honey, that's because he's a bully. I know, and you shouldn't bully people.
Oh, she's right.
She just turned 3 in August. I know, and you shouldn't bully people. She is taking cheerleader classes. I have never seen anyone with the kind of balance this kid has. Her mom's got to put up a video, send me a video of her, and she's like dancing and laughing. She just done the balance beam, done her turn on the balance beam, and goes running back around, and there's a balance beam laying on the floor, and she runs across the balance beam and doesn't even look at it. She's so busy looking at her mama and laughing and giggling. Doesn't miss a step.
She's going to be a tightrope walker.
I'm like, oh my God, this kid.
Did you find your card in the book? Or?
Yes, I did, and it's amazing. Right. You got the hunting card. It's a July card.
Ooh.
It is the sacrifice.
Oh.
Is what we got. People who seem to be hunters are heading somewhere on horseback. I'll just hold up the card here while I read this. Seem to be going somewhere on horseback. The man staring at the target has a strong build. The one who quietly follows him and feels like a master. So you got, yeah, definitely.
Oh, for sure. I totally can see that.
Yep. The wild boar hiding in the poor shade of the tree is concerned if the hunters recognize it or not. He's kind of glowing.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, you even look at in the book, look at the picture, all you see is
the
him.
boar. Yeah.
Because it's so dark. Yeah. The face of the wild boar, eagerly looking forward to the hunters to move away quickly, is desperate. It may never have imagined a chance to come across them in a deep forest. However, if the boar that knows the circumstances of the forest better than the hunters, even if it can't be in the higher position in this power game. So in other words, he's got the upper hand because he knows where to hide.
Right. It's kind of like during Vietnam, the Vietnamese were able to do what they did because they knew the terrain.
Oh yeah,
better than the American troops did, and all our allied troops that were there did. And it's the same for that boar. So I guess what are we saying to the collective then, that
head confrontation is a disadvantage. It is much more beautiful to stay low now. So in other words, don't confront people. Don't be aggressive.
Well, that's really appropriate right now because
chill the hell out.
Yeah, Mercury's in retrograde right now, and communications are always messed up during.
If you are in the middle of an official, if you are in the middle of an official decision making or lawsuit with another person, you may need to drag it out for a moment.
Ah!
That's why I said, oh, Jesus. People who are not directly related to each other do not need to be intertwined. This is the other thing it's telling us.
Ooh.
So you got somebody in your life that's rubbing you the wrong way?
Trump.
Sayonara. Get out of my life.
With all his lawsuits that are getting dragged.
Yeah, all those lawsuits. An accidental encounter requires caution. Be aware of being someone's target.
Ooh.
That's that really goes with the picture too. Because he's having a hard time hiding, so he has to be real cautious and real quiet. Because obviously that dude on the horse is very accurate with the bow. Yeah.
And there's two of them.
Yeah, so watch out for the snake in the grass. Yeah. Interesting.
Very, very interesting, and especially right now because, like I said, we're in Mercury's in retrograde, and this is just not a time to be doing anything with heavy high communication.
Heavy high change, idle. Don't hide from it, but don't court it either.
Right. Just use some discretion.
Yeah, that's that wonderful word again, discernment. Decide what is appropriate, what is important for you, and let the rest go. Right.
All right, before I go, Katie, I want to give everybody a high vibe card. Let's end it on a high vibe.
Do that. I love that deck. Great card. And
this is by Kyle Gray. Raise Your Vibration Oracle by Kyle Gray. I love Kyle Gray. I have several Kyle Gray decks here.
I'm hooked on him. He's got some good books too, you guys.
Yes. Your mind is an altar to source energy.
Mm.
Your mind is an altar to source energy.
It is.
Yeah. Even when you're on mushrooms.
Especially when you're on mushrooms.
Especially when you're on mushrooms. We're not even going to talk about that.
Depends. If you're on mushrooms to do a vision quest, but if you're on mushrooms just to get high and have a good time, nah, you're not going to hear spirit. You're not going to hear much of anything. Except color. You'll hear a lot of color and you'll taste a lot of sound.
Yeah.
Therapet card for us.
Okay. I'm ready.
I love it. It's going to be okay.
Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, look at that happy dog.
Isn't that a cute dog? Look at that face.
Look at that smile.
That's why I have this silly smile. It's like, he's making me giggle. And he's cockeyed. That's definitely a puppy. See how he's sitting?
Yes.
I love it. Oh, you guys, I love you so much. Rachel, thank you for coming and joining me.
I was happy to be here. Thanks for asking.
Rachel, my sister.
Yes. Thank you for inviting me. I love conversations with you anyway. So
hi, Doug.
Hi, Doug.
Good to see you. Welcome, Doug B.
Doug B.
Yeah, we do
nothing as we leave.
We don't take things too awful seriously.
No. And
not on this channel.
Spirit doesn't want us. Spirit doesn't want us to be like completely stoic, without humor or in serious.
If that was the case, we wouldn't have the emotions.
That's right. That's not how life is. Life is not like that. Life is a whole
copy
of emotions. Yeah.
We could doing that religion talk we had earlier. Religion's telling you, sex is only for procreation, and then. Oh, really? If that's the case, then why is it so much? Why does it feel so good?
Why did God make it so good?
Yeah, why did
the universe do this? Why did we unfold the way that we did?
Why is it feel so wonderful?
Yeah.
That
the whole it's a sin. We have to relook at these things with a semblance of rationality. If it wasn't, if it was just for procreation, instinctively, that's all it would ever be to us.
That's right. And we wouldn't have a concept of rape.
Right.
Because look at what animals do to each other. They rape each other. They rape each other every time.
But it's not for them.
But they don't have that. Yeah.
That it's not rape for them, and
no, that's how it's done for them.
Their sentience is somewhat limited compared to ours.
It's
when it comes to stuff like that. Yeah, it's a primitive sentience, but it's sentience. They have sentience.
That's right. You watch. I was watching. This is a short from I think it's called Be Kind Farm.
Mm-hmm.
And they rescued a dairy cow. You know what happens to dairy cows, right? From a dairy? Dairy cows are kept pregnant. When they have the calf is taken immediately away from them, so they're still producing milk.
Every 2 years, they have to have a baby cow.
A calf.
Or they cannot,
or the milk dries up.
Right, they can't produce milk. That's correct, yes.
So, all you milk lovers out there, think about that a minute. What happens to now dairy cows? That means all dairy cows are female.
Well,
except for the bulls used for breeding. What happens to the bull calves?
They get eaten.
They become veal.
Yeah, they get eaten.
You know how veal's raised?
In a little
raised in a box so small they can't even freaking turn around in, because if they move too much, their meat is not so tender.
Right. They don't want muscle.
This is what we do. I was watching this video where they rescued this cow, this cow from the dairy. She was on her way to the slaughterhouse, because that's once they're at retirement age, they're of no use. They butcher them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she was going to go. Well, these people adopted her and took her home, put her on the farm, and she mews and moos and moos. desperate, moo, sad. So they went back to the farm where she came from, the dairy farm, to find out what the hell was going on. Her last baby, they had not separated her from it right away, and she was missing it. So they adopted the baby and took it to her, and they showed the reaction of
Oh,
the
was
two
she
of them when
okay?
they
Oh, they're
came back
bouncing back.
together. It
Yeah.
was like the deer and the fawn, and it's
Yeah.
just like, oh my gosh, tell me that cow is not sentient. Tell
Right.
me that calf didn't know. I mean, the calf was like almost a year old, is almost fully grown. So it's like, wow, they waited a long time to finally send her off. So I think the family really liked this cow. The people that own the dairy really liked the cow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the cow would have been gone.
Right.
It would have
Right.
been an opportunity for a sanctuary even to come and talk. The cow would be gone.
Right.
Because it's
Yep.
expensive.
That's why I have a lot of respect for
You're
Rick's,
talking a 1,200-pound cow. Think how expensive beef is when you go to buy it at the grocery store.
Rick's family does dairy, are dairy farmers, and they do not do anything with their baby calves. Their baby calves stay with the mother and grow up to be bulls or grow up to be cows, and then the bulls are sold off. But they do not kill any of their baby animals.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of respect for that. All right, I gotta get going, Katie. I gotta go make
supper.
My family will be knocking at that door
anyway. So you guys, I love you. We'll see you tomorrow. We have Gertrude. I have Gertrude coming. Gertrude Sue is coming, and she's going to be talking about channeling raw. And she's the most interesting lady. I can't wait. You guys have a wonderful night. And if I don't see you tomorrow night, have a happy, wonderful, happy New Year.
Yes, happy New Year, you guys.
And take care of one another. Be kind to one another, but hug and love and be kind to yourself, please. We need you.
Yes.
So we will see you. I got to get my brand up here. Get the outgoing go.
I'll see you guys in the chat tomorrow night if you're here.
Yes. Thank you very much for coming, everybody. I love you all so much.
Love you. Okay.
Thank you.